Mr. Beast situation gets much worse. Now, I'm pretty sure everyone should know what's happening with Mr. Beast. A lot of controversy, a lot of stuff happening, and I thought we were gonna look at one for the fun of it. I already know everything that's been happening, but yeah, I think it was to be good content, so we're gonna watch it.
With each passing day, the mountain of allegations against MrBeast's empire only seems to be getting bigger. From accusations of
The satisfying downfall of Mr. Beast. I work for Mr. Beast, he's a fraud. The downfall of Mr. Beast is insane. Those are the videos people created.
covering up assault allegations.
I have heard multiple stories of Jimmy being directly informed of SA happening at the company and proactively working to keep it quiet.
To allegedly putting contestants through borderline horrific challenges.
I was like this, okay? And the only thing that was holding up this 200 plus frame was the skin on the back of my thighs.
The MrBeast brand is without a doubt under more scrutiny than ever. But how true are these claims? And how far does the evidence supporting them actually go? Hi, I'm the Internet Anarchist. I create weekly YouTube documentaries, and today we'll be taking a look at the latest developments in the ongoing MrBeast saga, and how these revelations impact his branding going forward. Around 3 weeks ago, I made a video covering the first wave of allegations brought forward by former MrBeast employee named Dogpack404.
Yes.
Long story short, Dogpack...
I've watched all of that. Oh my gosh, so much stuff.
Alleged MrBeast had engaged in manipulative business practices, conducted illegal lotteries, and faked videos. Dogpack would also interview another former MrBeast employee,
illegal battle now, I believe.
Who claimed Jimmy had put him through traumatic situations for money and hide a registered PDF file.
But that guy, from what I hear, I can't confirm or deny, from what I hear, he's on the registry for doing some not great stuff to some underage people, and they knew that. And he's working at a channel that has underage people on and around and is targeted to underage people, and they covered up the fact that not only did he work there, but he was like the manager when it all started.
Ooh. According to Jake, the alleged PDF was called Delaware while he worked at MrBeast, and they concealed his identity whenever he appeared in videos.
He'll be in videos. He'll be in thumbnails. He'll be
so I'm not gonna get into that.
That's not my business. Why would you wear a mask? Why would you conceal your face? It's like, what are you concealing? That you are a registered sex offender and that your face could be looked up on a thing? How much more can you literally cover up a sex offender with a physical mask? Like, do I have to? Is it more on the nose or?
Shortly after the release of Dogpack's second video, an internal email from MrBeast was supposedly leaked online, and revealed the company was making an effort to change things. Reading, I wanted to update all of you on the recent concerns that have been raised online and in the press. We also asked them to expand the scope to include a full assessment of our internal culture and to investigate allegations of inappropriate behavior by people in the company. While the process is not complete, I have enough preliminary information at this point that I am announcing several changes today. While some would view this as a good step forward, others would see it as a PR stunt meant to sway the public opinion. The accusations of hiring a PDF naturally spread across the internet like wildfire, and Delaware's brother-in-law and former MrBeast employee would make a response on Twitter. In his response, Jake the Viking acknowledged his connection to Delaware and his registered offender status. With the focus now partially on Jake the Viking, users began looking at his time with the MrBeast brand a little more closely.
It might be allegations. I'm not going to throw it out the window, but this is confirmed.
On the 12th of August 2024, a YouTuber by the name of Captain Howdy published a video titled Why MrBeast Fired Jake the Viking. The video presented the idea that Jake wasn't honest about the reason he left the company, and claimed that his departure was because he was caught asking contestants for their winnings.
Alleged to us privately by ex-MrBeast employees that the real reason Jake was let go was that he attempted to coerce multiple contestants in this challenge into giving them large chunks of their winnings. Much larger than the $100,000 share that he would have been entitled to if
I always liked Jake the Viking, but man, that's bad. There's some stuff I didn't know about.
Contestant had won. This is a claim that we were unable to prove until we joined a YouTube live stream by Mantonice, a contestant who participated in these challenge videos and won the $1 million prize.
Ooh.
We joined Mantonice's stream and asked him this.
Is it true that Jake the Viking was fired because he tried to guilt trip you? Where is you getting your information from? Where is you getting this information from, Captain? Where the heck did you just get that information from?
Captain would later get some confirmation from the contestant, but couldn't confirm if that was the reason he left.
He asked you for any of that when you won?
So,
well, he did ask me for some money. Yeah.
Dude, that's bad. How did Mr. Beast not pay him enough? I feel like he would pay him enough. Like, I feel like he would have a lot of money.
He did. I don't know if that's why he got fired or not, but yeah, he did. I gave Jake some of my earnings, but yeah, that's some top information though.
However, by the 17th of August, in a now deleted response video, Jake the Viking would sidestep the allegations against him and his brother-in-law and focus on discrediting Jake Weddle.
I really didn't want to make this video. I've been sitting here for like 15-20 minutes just like, I don't want to do this because I don't want to turn into this
just eating chips
back and forth between who I thought was a friend, Jake Weddle, and I. I'm calling you out because you can't keep my name out your mouth for whatever reason. I mean, you said it yourself, it's political in your first video.
Jake the Viking went on to narrate his side of the incident at Grandfather Mountain.
Some chips
that saw the Mr. Beast crew leave various props and camera equipment behind after filming. From his perspective, Jake Weddle was at fault for trashing the mountain since he was directing the shoot.
And then we get a call saying that we were all going to have to do 24 hours community service, which we did. So we took care of that, and that's it. And that was the end of it. And so then we have Weddle coming out, making it like a big deal, like it was all my idea, it was all my fault. And it's like, dude, you were the director of the set. If anyone knows,
he was opening chips and he just forgot about
you're also in charge of what everyone's doing, and also the setup and cleanup and breakdown of the set, and you just left. And so I don't know why you're coming to me.
Dude, I'm more interested in what chip you did.
My career. No, you didn't, bro. I've been doing this for the 4.5 years now since I got fired. I ain't going nowhere.
Something worth noting here is how Jake says he was fired from the Mr. Beast crew, when in the past he claimed it was a mutual decision.
I had shown up, I had done everything I was asked to do. I did it to the best of my ability, but it was a mutual leaving. I had already I'd already told him multiple times, what I wanted to do was kind of be my own boss, do my own thing.
While Jake the Viking was able to avoid any more scrutiny by deleting his video, it wouldn't be that easy for Mr. Beast, as he was about to face a whole new set of allegations. By the 29th of August 2024, Dogpack would upload another video titled Mr. Beast's Secret CEO, which outlines allegations not just against Mr. Beast himself, but the people he hired.
Okay, today I'm going to be covering Mr. Beast's secret CEO, James Warren, and his involvement in SA and SA cover-ups, like the one including his best friend, Locoya Hill, who also happens to be Mr. Beast's secret chief operating officer, or was.
I see some at that, and I don't want that showing on my screen.
And then I want to touch on
it's not bad. Never mind.
Jimmy Donaldson.
Dogpack would also go on to allege that James Warren was a man with a short fuse and a history of physical violence, even going as far as claiming he'd been charged with domestic assault.
So just a quick profile on James Warren. He's Jimmy's cousin and secret CEO, and I say secret because they're not very open about that fact. Like he doesn't post about it on social media. It wasn't ever attached to his LinkedIn. He's never featured or really referenced anywhere. I heard that he's very aggressive. I've heard him referred to as a psychopath who screams at people and hits
he has like a whole I just noticed, dude. He has like a whole thing going on here. He has like the board with all the information with the pins and with the string connected. That's basically how he has it set up
against him. And I say allegedly because it turns out there's a lot of people in North Carolina named James Warren who assault their girlfriends, I guess. So I'm still having people look into these cases. Specifically that surprise witness on YouTube. She's been super helpful in behind the scenes, just submitting freedom of information requests and just helping me out a lot in general. She's super nice, super smart.
The accusations against James wouldn't stop there, as Dogpack presents claims of extreme workplace misconduct.
James Warren, also allegedly an ex-drug addict. I've heard that he offered cocaine and hookers to editors to stay late. And then the really big thing is that there was some incident between him and a female colleague that resulted in the female colleague leaving the company and receiving 3 years in severance pay. I'm still actively looking into this incident, so if you have information, let me know. But I've heard from
there's a lot. It all started when what started all this? Something happened. I think it was the Chris Tyson stuff, something like that happened, and after that, all these other things start piling up, dude. It's a lot of stuff.
Incredible sources that this is true and this did happen.
But actually, James's work. I remember a few years ago, I saw a video of this dude saying how MrBeast, how he faked stuff. Like whenever he did like Twitch giveaways way back when, and he would go to the Twitch channel. He'll go to, I'm like everywhere. He'd go to Twitch channels and he would go donate to small streamers or medium streamers, whatever the case is, and in the thumbnail it'll show like $1 million, but obviously he didn't donate $1 million.
History further, Dogpack discovered his prior
he exposed him
involvement
for
with a
that.
real estate developer.
Is that really exposing
Ponzi scheme?
Like, obviously, it's clickbait.
James Warren
a little bit.
Mr. Hutchins as highly competent and capable. She continues on page 17. James Warren, the then realtor who recommended me to Hutchins, also encouraged us to work with Mr. Hutchins on trying to make it work. And we did until it became very evident as to his apparent intent of complete fraud. So James appearing to sort of try to mediate this exchange, saying, hey, give him a chance. Don't pursue him. Don't sue him. Just make it work, right? The real losses due to fraud are evident. Financially, he's devastated my retirement. I can only hope and thank the good Lord
faces
that
go
I have
everywhere,
a brain
but
to
never
be able
stay in
to
the same
function
spot.
and try to earn back as much as possible. The impact, over $1.3 million in real losses.
Following this, Dogpack would discuss the case of Locoya Hill, who allegedly harassed and assaulted another employee at MrBeast.
In late 2021, he was allegedly fired for sexually assaulting his assistant.
Ooh, that's
now,
not good either.
Fired in quotation marks because he was actually quietly moved to the dubbing company, which was Unilingo at the time. Here is
oh yeah, but they do different languages. That's right.
At unilingo.tv email, links back to him, links to these photos, one of which was the profile picture for his YouTube channel. Which also after my first video, his YouTube channel mysteriously got deleted. And at some point, his Twitter also got deleted. I don't know if that's when he sexually assaulted his assistant. I don't know if that's after my first video got posted. Either way, Booty Call Wednesdays are canceled. He was actually brought back to MrBeast in 2023 after sexually assaulting his assistant prior and promoted to Chief Financial Officer, which is how I personally was introduced to him.
To support his claims, Dogpack brought up testimonies from supposed verified employees regarding Locoya's time at the company.
I asked them, did you see or hear of any sexual misconduct at the company? They say, yes, Locoya Hill, the current COO. In 2021, he had an assistant named victim's name. I heard Locoya acted very inappropriately with victim, booking hotel rooms with only one bed, walking around in his underwear, having victim come to his house and showing him his sex toy collection. Just in general, Locoya made victim uncomfortable. Victim started complaining to higher ups, and a report got written. Locoya was put on paid leave for like a month. Then MrBeast moved him to the dubbing company, and he was hired back in 2023 and was promoted to COO, even though Jimmy, James, and Sue 100% know his history. Also, I heard that when victim was let go, he was given $30,000 in severance.
Assault allegations weren't the only ones being thrown around, as another employee claimed Locoya played a key role in stealing talent and secrets from another company.
And yeah, that'd be great. Also, is there proof he moved to the dubbing company? I could look. It was the original dubbing company called Unilingo. MrBeast practically forced them to hire Locoya, and then they poached Unilingo's employees and copied their whole business and created Creator Global.
Although pressure from Dogpack's ongoing investigation forced MrBeast to remove Locoya from his CCO position, there was still evidence that suggested otherwise.
Well, just on a whim, I decided to look into the Creator Global LinkedIn, and it had gone private to where everyone just shows up as a LinkedIn member, right? But I saw this, L, LinkedIn member, president at Creator Global. I thought, you know what, that's a little suspicious. So I reached out to one of my connections close to MrBeast and I said, hey, can you look into this account for me? Because sometimes if you have connections, you can see private LinkedIn accounts. And this is what they saw. Locoya Hill, listed as the current president at Creator Global. No work history between graduating UNC in May 2001 and becoming the president at Creator Global in 2024. Dude, this is like the 3-cup game where you gotta like keep track of the pets and racists as MrBeast just moves them between companies.
In addition to this, Dogpack shared a recording that was supposedly showing James asking an employee outside MrBeast to process a bonus for Locoya, a move that could be seen as an attempt to keep Locoya out of the MrBeast company documents.
Hey buddy, it's James. Sorry to be bothering you. I've done my absolute best not to bother you. But Locoya had presented a bunch of stuff to me and Jimmy a little bit ago, all really great stuff. But he had asked me and Jimmy personally, he's like, hey, you know, can I have a $28,000 bonus for work I did in the past? And I'm like, yeah,
out of nowhere too.
And the reason
I'd be like, nah, dude.
I brought him up to my level, and I don't take bonuses. So for like 2 years, he didn't get any bonuses when our guys were getting like crazy percentage bonuses. I need a favor. Sue cannot process this bonus through Beast. I need a solid. Can you please process a 28K bonus for Locoya? Let me know. Bye.
Finally, Dogpack would allege that MrBeast was covering up allegations of SA at the company and enabling a toxic work culture.
He definitely was a little more reserved around me because I wasn't a part of his inner circle, or the boys club as it's called. I did hear Jimmy straight up say that the guy making the documentary on him right now has footage of him saying stuff that would absolutely get him canceled. It's just a well-known thing. The boys club is misogynistic and looks down on women in the company despite what they might say publicly.
Oh, long time. This dude at first, he would, I remember his first video he pulled out, he was like, it looked like he was on something. I like something. It's just like a joke thing. But if you saw his first video he made about MrBeast, he changed his perspective a lot. Let's put it that way. Not his perspective, his attitude. His attitude the first time was goofy, a little bit, kind of weird. Like he'll put his face up to the camera and stuff. And now he's sitting like a YouTuber in the corner, like we all should be, by the way. But it is interesting though to see that.
Behind closed doors, the women in the company know that the culture is a problem. I have heard multiple stories of Jimmy being directly informed of SA happening at the company and proactively working to keep it quiet. So Jess directly implicating Jimmy in the SA cover-ups. Locoya was an 18-year-old straight assistant, so she's one of the people corroborating that story. Ava told Jimmy about a time she was SA'd by another talent member on a private jet, and talent members/employees making advances towards contestants was a regular occurrence. The reason all this was able to happen for so long is because Jimmy is deeply misogynistic and only respects what he considers to be traditional women.
I know he has text messages and stuff like this, but I don't think it's really enough to see everything because there's no names. We're just taking at face value for what we see right now.
He pushed those values into the company when he created it, and it resulted in several SA allegations we know about, and probably a lot more.
If you think people want to do this to fake,
allegations are still not public.
On one hand, the amount of evidence against Locoya and MrBeast seem very compelling and paint a picture of a very hostile workplace. On the other, the claims against James Warren aired more in the lines of speculation.
But there's some stuff that is true, like probably the Locoya thing. That's probably true.
Live, a creator mentioned in it by the name of the surprise witness would make a surprising comment about the claims brought against James Warren.
One of the things that these people are alleging, or one of these people has alleged
to
Dawson, is James Warren, this guy we just talked about, the secret CEO, had committed some type of domestic incident, some type of harm onto a girl that he was dating. I did look into this.
Right here, there's no, you can have this and do all this, but you don't know who sent that message. It could be anybody just trying to frame him. Same thing with this one. I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is. But those messages, those could be literally faked.
And I went into it thinking he had done that.
Never take stuff at face value.
And he did it, and I'm just gonna have to find the paperwork.
Unless you know,
I searched and searched
and searched.
And there was one case number I looked into. Again, I could probably make a whole video on this.
Unless I see actual proof.
Suffice it to say that I do not think that the case number that is associated with this picture right here, and I told Dawson this, and that's why he said this in the video. I do not think that this particular case is the same James Warren. For many reasons,
you know what?
I did a few hours of research just into this case alone. I was in the property records. I was on Facebook looking people up. I was doing all kind of looking at the marriage records in the newspaper. I just don't think this is the same James Warren.
However, she would later state that there were case files that they hadn't looked into yet, so it was still a possibility.
So I am not prepared to make the allegation that he committed some type of domestic incident that has been put on the record because I've not been able to find that. As Dawson said, I do have a couple of requests out for different stuff, and we will see. To me, that's not the most important thing. There's other stuff to look into, and that has to do.
That's out topic, but is she using an ultra wide? Because she has this up here and this down here. Now, I always want to ask that because I tried using ultra wide. But the only problem, I didn't do it because, one, if I use ultra wide, it would ruin the stream quality and it would have two black bars, one on top, one on the bottom. Two, if you wanted to see the ultra wide, the full thing, you have to be on ultra wide too, like a phone, like iPhone. You can look at ultra wides on the iPhone if you have it sideways. If it's I think 32 by something, I remember 32 by 9, something like that. I think it's off topic, but I'm just wondering.
with this big court case where someone went to prison for fraud for 10 years. So let's just hold our horses till we get to that.
These concerns were echoed over on Twitter with a tweet from Nicholas Diorio that read, "Hey Dogpack, remove the video. This is your source. Your own source can't stand by the allegations you made. This completely eviscerates your credibility." To which Dogpack would reply with, "When did I say she was my source? Why would my source be someone who never worked at MrBeast? The specific case she's referring to, I got from another journalist, and I did not include it in my video. I think she's mistakenly believing that I got it from someone at MrBeast. I've heard DV claims against James from several former employees. Some claim to have witnessed it firsthand. As with anything, it's possible my sources are wrong, but people swear it's true, so I put out the claim with a clear disclaimer that it's not proven." When pressed further, Dogpack shared screenshots of pending court documents that could give more clarity to the case. Here are the 6 criminal court cases under the correct
how do you have all this stuff? Is this confidential stuff? Like, how do you have this?
Could be traffic tickets, could be murder. I'm still waiting on the FOIA requests. That will take weeks, not days. I agree, the phrasing and plug was bad, but you're exaggerating to make a mountain out of a molehill, in my opinion. I'm confident that my video will age well, and Locoya and James will be let go from MrBeast. Surely enough, on the 6th of September...
Are you sure about that? Because they're supposed to only be let go, and you claim that this... Well, it's shown that they're still working there. So are you sure about that?
September, things would take a turn for the worse when Dogpack posted a tweet announcing that James Warren was innocent. In a tweet reading, "James Warren DV charges update. The 6 NC criminal court cases were not for DV. I still have some FOIA requests out, but an alleged current MrBeast employee reached out to me giving me their side of the story. I think this person is mistaken with a lot of details, but I do now believe the James Warren DV case that circulated the office was most likely the wrong James Warren. Of course, none of my sources knew that. I tried multiple times to get in touch with the person who allegedly made the charges before making my video and did not get a response. I should have waited on the FOIA requests before."
They got the wrong James Warren? That's a big mess up, dude.
Before mentioning the DV charges allegations. However, I believe it was clear in my video that they were just allegations of charges. Charges are themselves unproven accusations, not convictions. I'm not a professional journalist or investigator. My goal is just to bring credible allegations to light so they can be properly investigated and people can be held accountable. I still believe there are other credible allegations involving James Warren that need to be investigated. The amount of speculation and lack of evidence in Dogpack's 3rd video, combined with the fact that he publicly spread false accusations of domestic violence and animal abuse to over 2.5 million people. Seriously.
So yeah, some of that was fake. This is why I say don't follow. Don't take people at face value. They may not be correct. They may be lying. You never know.
Calls his credibility into question, with users on Twitter expressing their criticisms of Dogpack, reading, "Why did everyone take
I'm pretty sure some of the stuff he said was correct, but some stuff is kind of a reach."
Marketing strategy from the Kendrick/Drake stuff, then drops a Content Cop Skinwalker video. YouTube audiences are total marks. You went forward with allegations before doing the bare minimum of checking to make sure it's the right guy. Colossal fuck up. As well as, this isn't the kind of oopsie where you just give a half-hearted Twitter apology. 2.5 million people saw your baseless domestic violence accusation of an innocent man. You need to do a retraction video if you have any shred of moral integrity. Despite Dogpack's credibility massively coming into question here, the accusations of an unsafe environment for contestants is still very much present, with even more information being uncovered from the past. Whether or not the case documents in question would prove James had domestic violence charges against him is anyone's guess. However, what we do know is that the unraveling image of the MrBeast brand is getting worse with each day. One critical example of this is a video from the Creator Games 52, published back in 2022, which a contestant detailed a rather traumatic experience he had working with MrBeast. According to Games 52, during the last to leave the toilet wins $1 million challenge, he suffered a significant skin injury after being inclined on a toilet for 32 hours.
For the amount of time that we're sitting on this...
That's his own fault. I don't care about that. That's his own fault. It's all their fault. They're paying us that. That's you.
This is just me.
While Games 52 did acknowledge that the contestants knew these risks going into the challenge video, he stated that the issues were due to the nature of the challenges themselves and not MrBeast.
what happens behind the scenes. Y'all can't know what is chopped out of the videos, because what's chopped out, like, y'all could be able to like if he would put these extras, like if he were to put out this extra shit, y'all would hate Holmes. But it's not because of what he's doing. It's legitimately, we sign up for this shit, okay? Don't forget that. You sign a contract.
Yeah, even he knows that.
Y'all would look at MrBeast differently, and that's not cool.
The MrBeast brand was founded on increasing extreme challenges and ideas, but at what point does he reach the limit of what is possible to do without putting participants at risk?
I heard someone say, have like gladiator games, death matches. That would increase some viewership. That's what I can say.
For views. Combine these concerns with Dogpack's allegations
Bring them back.
of toxic work culture at the
those
company,
were gone for a long
time
time now. We need them back.
Both in front and behind the camera. However,
bring them back to
considering
Olympics.
the murky nature of some of the allegations, one can only imagine the impact further speculation could have on the case, and how the situation might evolve when MrBeast openly addresses it. That being said, at least MrBeast hasn't had his channel terminated like Master Oogway. Click the video on screen to find out more.
What? We might watch this a different night. I think that's pretty interesting. We might watch that tomorrow. Not tomorrow, Friday. But okay. So thoughts on this? He literally messed up. The dog pack, like he literally messed up with this. Where is he? What was it? Oh, towards the end. He messed up with the allegations. He literally got someone else in trouble on the fire, which they were not in that light. Like you messed up colossal at that. Like you literally got someone else under fire, which they should not have been under fire. Like that's like a mess up that should have not happened, but it did happen. Like there's nothing else to say about that. It's like you messed up there. You gotta fix it. Otherwise, that's a pretty good video. Went over most of the things. I guess it went deeper. I have not been caught up, I guess, for the last couple ones. Like this, I have not seen this. This thing, I have not even seen any of this before today. I have no idea who that is. No idea who that is before this. And that's just Jimmy. But yeah.